Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to Fun Facts Daily. I'm your host Kyle Wood. If you haven't already done so, be sure to hit that follow or subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening, and make it a habit to learn something awesome every day. Today, we'll be learning a bit about chocolate. But before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Many people believe that white chocolate isn't real chocolate because it doesn't contain cocoa solids. Is white chocolate truly a chocolate imposter, or is it a legitimate member of the chocolate family? What do you think? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Today's word is theobroma. This is the scientific genus name for the cacao tree that all chocolate comes from. The word theobroma comes from ancient Greek. Theo means God, and broma means food. So, literally translated, theobroma would mean food of the gods. Sounds about right for chocolate. This divine name was given to the cacao tree by the Swedish botanist Carl Linnaeus in the 18th century, reflecting the high regard for which cacao has been held for centuries, particularly by ancient Mesoamerican civilizations who considered it a sacred and valuable commodity. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about chocolate. Number 1, the world's largest chocolate bar weighed more than a lot of elephants. This monumental creation was made by Thornton's, a British chocolate company, in 2011 to celebrate their 100th anniversary. It weighed an astonishing 5,792.5 kilograms, or about 12,770 pounds. To put that in perspective, a typical adult African elephant can weigh anywhere between 6,000 and 15,000 pounds. So this chocolate bar was enormous. The gigantic bar was a dark chocolate masterpiece measuring about 16 feet long and 13 feet wide. It took a team of chocolatiers many hours to craft this record-breaking treat, which was eventually broken into pieces and sold for charity. So it wasn't just a little sweet treat, it was also used to do good for a lot of people. Number 2, chocolate was once used as currency. Long before it became a sweet treat, cacao beans held immense value in ancient Mesoamerican civilizations such as the Mayans and Aztecs. They used cacao beans as a form of currency due to their rarity and the significant effort required to cultivate and process them. Cacao was highly prized, serving not only as a food and drink, but also as a medium of exchange for goods and services. The cacao was typically prepared as a revered frothy beverage. Cacao beans were roasted and ground into a paste, then mixed with water, chili peppers, cornmeal, and other spices. This bitter, stimulating drink, often called xocolatl by the Aztecs, was consumed for ceremonial purposes, in rituals, and by the elite, believed to offer wisdom, energy, and even aphrodisiac qualities. When chocolate first arrived in Europe with the Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century, it was initially consumed in this traditional bitter and spiced drink form. It took some time for Europeans to begin sweetening it with sugar and adding milk, transforming it into the sweet, solid chocolate we're familiar with today. This shift in preparation and taste preferences ultimately led to chocolate's global popularity and its evolution into countless forms. Number 3, the smell of chocolate can increase brain waves associated with relaxation. Studies have shown that the aroma of chocolate can stimulate theta brainwaves, which are linked to states of relaxation and calmness. This explains why just walking into a chocolate shop or smelling a freshly opened bar can evoke feelings of comfort and well being. It's not just the taste, the scent itself has a powerful, soothing effect on our minds. This phenomenon is part of a broader field of aromatherapy where different scents are used to influence mood and emotions. The unique molecular compounds in chocolate's aroma interact with our olfactory system, sending signals to the brain that can help reduce stress and promote a sense of tranquility. Number 4. White chocolate was invented to use up excess cocoa butter. While often debated, the creation of white chocolate by Nestle in the 1930s was primarily a way to utilize surplus cocoa butter, a byproduct of the chocolate making process. At the time, there was an abundance of cocoa butter, and Nestle found a way to turn this resource into a popular new confection, adding milk solids, sugar, and vanilla to create its distinctive flavor and appearance. This ingenious solution not only prevented waste, but also introduced a whole new category of chocolate that quickly gained popularity worldwide. It's a testament to the innovation in the food industry, turning potential waste into a beloved product enjoyed by millions. And our fifth and final fun fact for today, chocolate contains a chemical called phenylethylamine, often called the love drug. Phenylethylamine, or PEA, is a natural compound found in chocolate that is also produced in the brain when we experience feelings of love or infatuation. This chemical acts as a mild stimulant and can contribute to feelings of euphoria, excitement, and well-being. It's one of the reasons why eating chocolate can make us feel so good and why it's often associated with romance and comfort. While the amount of PEA in chocolate is relatively small and its effects are subtle, it's fascinating to consider how the chemistry of this delicious treat can subtly influence our moods and emotions, adding another layer to its enduring appeal. Now for some news you can use. First, a little tip for storing your chocolate to keep it fresh and delicious. Store it in a cool, dry place, ideally between 65 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and away from direct sunlight. Avoid refrigerating chocolate if possible, as the condensation can lead to sugar bloom, those white powdery streaks that appear on the surface. While sugar bloom doesn't affect the taste, it can certainly make chocolate look less appealing. Storing it at a consistent, slightly cool room temperature helps maintain its smooth texture and rich flavor, ensuring that every bite is as delightful as the first. If you absolutely must refrigerate it, make sure it's in an airtight container to protect it from the moisture and odors found in the fridge. For those feeling adventurous and wanting to try their hand at making their own chocolate creations, melting chocolate properly is the key. The safest and most effective way to melt chocolate is using a double boiler or a microwave on low power. If using a double boiler, place a heat-proof bowl over a saucepan of simmering water, making sure the bottom of the bowl doesn't touch the water. Stir the chocolate gently until it's smooth and fully melted. If using a microwave, heat in 30-second intervals, stirring well after each until melted and smooth. Overheating can cause chocolate to seize and become grainy, so go slow and steady. Once melted, the possibilities are endless. You can pour your tempered chocolate into fun silicone molds to create custom chocolate shapes, or spread it onto parchment paper to make bark. For added flavor and texture, consider mixing in ingredients like chopped nuts, pecans, almonds, pistachios, dried fruits like cranberries, cherries, or apricots, crushed pretzels for a sweet and salty crunch, or even a pinch of sea salt to enhance the chocolate's natural flavor. Just get creative and have fun with your homemade chocolate masterpieces. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked if white chocolate is a misnomer. Is white chocolate not real chocolate? The answer is, that's a fallacy. White chocolate is indeed considered a legitimate member of the chocolate family, even though it doesn't contain cocoa solids. The key ingredient that qualifies it as a chocolate product is cocoa butter, which is the fat extracted from the cocoa bean. While dark and milk chocolate contain both cocoa solids, which give them their brown color and characteristic chocolate flavor, and cocoa butter, white chocolate is made primarily from cocoa butter, sugar, milk solids, and vanilla. It's the cocoa butter that gives it the distinct creamy texture and makes it a derivative of the cocoa bean, thus solidifying its place in the chocolate world. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning about chocolate with me today, and be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.